How is Christopher Walken post-divorce different than regular Christopher Walken?
Where do Fallout Boys become Fallout
Right,
Men?
yeah, you're right.
At the Fallout Breasts.
Well, it was Grand Poo beer first.
So everybody's invited, and there's going to be free cake and free ice cream.
Okay, I feel surrounded. This is like the beginning of an X-rated movie, maybe? I don't know.
You kids at home, be safe. Would you put down that video game and actually go live your lives?
Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Hair the Dogcast, still at the Portland Retro Gaming Expo.
PRGE 2019.
We have two very special guests. We have the Nintendo PlayStation man himself, Terry Diebold.
Once again.
Our number one fan, I believe.
Yeah, pretty much.
He's been on more Dogcasts than we have. It's true.
I'm not saying no.
And we have Jeffrey Meyer.
How's it going? Oh, Jeffrey, I don't know though. Man. Let's go, Jeff.
Waluigi we'll go with.
Okay, that works. Yeah.
And what's your position with GoCollect? Are you the head honcho?
Yeah, sure. It's I pay the bills.
That would make you the head guy. So Jeff, GoCollect.
Yeah.
Can you give us a brief overview of what exactly that is?
Yeah, for sure. So, I mean, if you go to the site, it looks like tools for comic collectors, marketplace, price guide, that sort of thing, collection management. So we're taking that, and that was my hobby business for 10 years.
Sure.
Where I literally paid folks to track sales of Golden Age comics so that I could get the info I needed. But as of 2019, we've staffed up, dropped a location in Charlotte, and having fun taking that concept of comics and pushing it out essentially to every
other areas.
Yeah, pretty much everything you can collect. At the end of the day, by summer of 2020, we hope to release essentially a platform for collectibles. This market is it's antiquated along with the antiques we collect on the tech side, and we just want to change it, and it's fun.
Yeah. So it's basically tools to help people procure things.
Because we're really kind of creating that core platform, and that's really boring and difficult to quantify and talk about. For instance, that'll facilitate. I absolutely hate typing. I fucking hate typing. And there's no reason when you're here that you can't just take a picture of something and it tells you, do I own it? What condition it's in? Here it is. Here's what it's worth. So that's the kind of fun stuff that we're working on.
Gotcha.
And we have to build all that nerdy, boring tech stuff first.
Yep.
But once that's
boring,
good to go.
Jeff.
Well, I mean,
I care.
I appreciate that. I do too. I mean, that's like brain candy. I love coding. So
yeah, exactly. So is this your first year as the main sponsor of PRGE?
It is. Yeah, so the story is we were looking for data in the games market, and Dane from Nintendo Age, he had all kinds of good information there. So we worked out an agreement to purchase the website, and it was from there that I want to make sure I answer your question. I'm really good at tangenting, so.
Okay. No, it's great. I was just asking if this was your first year primarily being the.
Thank you. So Dane reached out to me after the acquisition and said, hey, I've always done PRGE. It's like a blast. Will you please support this at the level that I did before? And I was like, yeah, for sure. Let me talk with these guys.
Yeah.
And after a little talk and finding that they were nonprofit and learning a little bit more, that's where I was like, can we sponsor it? And they're like, but yeah. So this is our first year, and it went off without a hitch. So I mean, hopefully it's the first of many.
Right. And we heard your speech last night at the auction. Good job.
Oh, thank you.
Even if you winged it, it was...
Wung it.
You winged it good, son. So, good job. Now, Terry.
Yes?
The steward, the father of the Nintendo PlayStation.
The only one that we know of in existence.
That we know of, yes. For now, anyways. Oh. So, how did you and Jeff get hooked up here?
Go ahead, Jeff.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I do this with them all the time.
If it's an embarrassing story, we definitely want to hear it.
Oh, no.
Yeah,
no, it's not embarrassing. So, part of our whole shtick, is this like a no swear?
You can swear.
I don't fucking know, man.
Good.
Yeah.
All right, good. So,
I bust balls, trust me.
I'm a real big fan of, don't shit where you eat. And at the end of the day, we have partnerships with, the best sellers in the industry. We want to create cool shit for collectors, and we want to also help out, the hardcore sellers that are fueling the industry with the data and whatnot, so that we can act as that middleman. Sure. And with that, we don't want to actually sell, right? That's just not what it is. I collect all kinds of shit, but a lot of it.
Yeah, you had to see the monster we got over there in the booth right now. It's like 7 foot high.
That thing's awesome. But yeah, no, I collect everything. So, but yeah, I don't want to get involved in that. What I do want to do is, if I've got a connection to somebody and somebody needs help, I want to make sure that I can do whatever, is necessary to make sure that, this person, and this person can trust whoever they're dealing with. Even though Terry knows everyone, right?
Oh, he does.
The fact of the matter is, you got a unique item here, and he gets bombarded. My understanding was he got bombarded with, I can sell it. Hey, I know this person. I know this. Mm-hmm. And, it gets a little difficult to wade through the noise. And so, we were introduced to say, hey, is there anything that can be done to kind of calm the noise and just focus it? And who would you recommend going with type of a thing?
Are you a licensed Nintendo PlayStation realtor?
I was, but I didn't renew. I think it was up in June, so sorry.
As someone who is into collecting things, we have the most collectible item on our table, and it is for sale. Mm-hmm. Are you interested in making an offer live right now?
No,
let's
because
make
I know.
history.
I appreciate that. No.
It'd be great for us.
We will give you
Be
exactly
great for
one
me.
beer. Yes.
Nice.
Yeah,
No.
you had to see what they trade for beer.
Well, the truth is, it's out of my league. I tend to. I won't even say it. I bought I accidentally bought a Batman #1, right? And it was I really didn't mean to, but I got it at a freaking steal as far as I'm concerned. So, so a couple $100,000 for that, right? But outside of that, I like stuff in the 5,000 to 10,000 range in terms of investment grade things. Mm-hmm. I would venture to say the right person. It's a 7-figure purchase in my opinion because it's unique. I'm just not sure what that is, and I really feel like it needs to. I don't know what Terry decided, right? But I really feel like it needs to get known to folks that he's ready to sell, right?
Yeah, right.
Because the biggest
How dare
pushback.
you? How dare.
Well, the biggest pushback I got when I reached out to folks was, are you sure he's going to sell? Right? Because I think some rumors started
Is he just
floating.
saying that?
Right. Is somebody doing this or that?
The price is right.
Everyone has their price.
Always, right. But yeah, so that being the case, I feel like it needs to get exposed to a lot of people that have the deep pockets. That frankly, the thing belongs in either a museum or some collector's hands that can afford to get it there one day.
Yeah. So it's kind of a symbiotic relationship that brings people to more aware of what you're doing, and it gets eyes on it. So Terry can just go retire on a beach somewhere.
Hopefully, hopefully it works out that Terry gets the best damn price for this thing, because it's been an amazing journey, and cashing out at the beach would be great.
And he's such a great guy; he deserves it
for sure.
Yeah.
Thank you. I paid them to say that. I mean, I didn't pay them to say that.
He lets us be next to the PlayStation, which is enough.
Yes. Right, just being in the presence, for sure.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy because when we thought about just up and selling it, I reached out to Cedric Biscay, who's the co-producer of Shenmue 3. Yeah. And he said to me, are you serious? I said, yeah. He says, you mind if I post this on some of my sites? And I said, no, go ahead. Next thing you know, before he posted this stuff, I was getting spanked from Twitter and Facebook and everything else. And I tell people, you can reach out to me at tdiebold51 at verizon.net and put a bet. Give me a bet. How much you want to spend on this thing. I do have a cover letter, so basically our last bid was $1.2 million from a guy in Norway. This is going back over a year ago. So it's worth whatever anybody wants to pay, but it's like being found all over again. You know, I've been getting spanked with tweets and emails. I mean, I just got a couple more emails in from CEOs from some big companies and a couple doctors and some people over in Japan, you know. So, you know, I'll be getting back to them on Wednesday. So,
right.
Yeah, you know, it's not that I don't love doing this, but, you know, guys, let's face it. Between me and my son, whenever we travel with this thing, when we're at the expo, they do cover our costs, but getting to and from it, it's money out of our pocket. And any of you that know us, we aren't making a frickin' dime on this. It costs us money at every expo we go to. And I've actually been screwed out of money, believe it or not, by 3 different expos. You know what I mean? So, you know, not that I don't love it, and meeting all you people, I mean, you guys are just frickin' awesome, you know what I mean?
I believe, Jeff?
Yep.
Jeff
Sorry,
has
guys.
to go pay a few people before they break his legs.
I do. I really should not be purchasing video games, but
now's the time to go.
Well, I mean, okay. You mind if I say what I'm buying?
No, go ahead.
Is that cool?
Please.
Yeah.
So, in the Carolina collection was a sealed Bubble Bobble 2. It came back graded 9.0. I think, you know what? It could be. I'm not sure what it was, but it was freaking awesome, right?
Yeah.
And I put it in the Heritage auction with the rest that's coming up there, and I'm like, man, like I let it go. So my understanding is that there's one other one that's basically just like it, and
So you put up your item for auction, regretted it, and so you're buying another one?
Maybe. But the
his
thing
wife
is,
doesn't know yet.
Never ends.
Right. Well, the thing is, like, this one is not from that collection, right? So I can, like, it's me, it's my own thing.
Yeah.
But my understanding, and please, I'm curious from your viewers, because there is transparency is big to me, and there's not a whole lot in terms of like scarcity, and when it comes to like the really, really rare stuff that's really easy to find all the time.
Absolutely.
So my understanding is those 2 copies, you know, in terms of like high grade copies, are about the only ones. And I would love to see, you know, other surface, right? So if I'm going, there's one right there, right? And I think I got it for cheaper than it's going to sell for at the auction. So there's that, and then the other one is Muscle sealed 96A. So yeah, that's pretty damn cool. So I got to go.
Are you a Muscle
up.
fan? I mean,
no, but I am. You know what? So like I said, I collect across like all pop culture genres, and I love the stuff that is just wicked rare.
Right.
And you look at it and you're like, oh, and I can't help it, right? I'm like, oh. So yeah, with that, thanks, fellas. I got to go settle up.
All right. Well, if you change your mind, I know something else
Before
that's pretty
Jeff
rare,
goes,
so.
I want to thank him for bringing me to PRGE. If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be here this year.
Hey,
Jeff
right
Meyer, GoCollect.com, guys.
Thanks, man.
No problem.
Thank you, Jeff.
See you, Jeff.
Take care, man.
Terry,
Get out.
You're not going anywhere.
Oh, man, come on, man.
We need to have an
I got to get
intervention.
this thing hooked up for people to play. I mean, the man, that paid me,
No. You're not going anywhere. You're
So
here all day.
you've been the steward of the Nintendo PlayStation for how many years now?
I owned it back in 2009, and we actually,
didn't
start doing. Yeah, and we actually didn't start doing the circuit until 2015. So
Sure.
That's when you found it?
No, we found it in 2009. We
you
just
did?
didn't know what we had until 2015.
Right. So if you do find the right buyer, do you anticipate having a little bit of postpartum depression after you do give it up?
Yeah, probably. I mean, for the most part, I
Are you
won't
still
be
going to come to
doing this.
conventions?
Oh, just come to Milwaukee at least.
That all depends on the cash flow, dude.
You can
I got
still
a lot
travel
of personal,
as the guy that found the Nintendo
Yeah,
I think his
you
bank
know,
account would appreciate it right now.
Yeah, right now I got a lot of crap going on personally. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You
Amen.
do, so.
Yeah, and these guys realize what it costs to come to these things. You know what I mean? So,
It's crazy. Yeah. It is
Yeah,
definitely
we paid
not.
to come here too.
Yeah.
We were filming.
Yeah.
We're with a
Out of
celebrity,
Dodge.
we understand.
You're fine. You're fine.
That's all right. We'll edit your ass right out. But yeah, it's time, guys. I want to get rid of it before it actually does break. It'll last forever supposedly. But it's just that one stupid time it doesn't. You know what I mean?
Sure.
It'll still be cool if it breaks, but I won't get no money for it.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I've been working too hard at doing this.
Right.
Any of you out there that know what it takes to get invited to an expo, you can understand where I'm coming from. For those of you who don't, that just show up to have fun, it's a lot of work. a lot of work.
This is a plea, guys. We need to help Terry out here. So I know our listeners are very affluent. Maybe if they all come together, they can afford the controller.
You're not just buying the prototype console itself. You're getting the boot cart and the one and only controller. So it's three one of a kinds.
Right.
Do the Famicom gift games go with it?
I want to keep those.
Yours.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Those are priceless.
I got games that Olaf Olafsson owned, who was the president of Sony, that came with us. It's like 31 different games. Well, we talked about this before. Some of them in long box, 3DO and stuff. So a lot of them are still wrapped in the cellophane. If somebody wants to buy those along with the price, hey, I'm all up and for it. If not, I'll keep the damn things and sell them separately. You know what I mean? Or I'll just give them to good friends. I got good friends.
Yeah. We like games and such.
Yes, I know. And
like
these, like I said, they're owned by Olaf Olafsson, the president of Sony, founder back then. You know what I mean? So, you can't get any better provenance than that, man.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Well, we'll definitely be, trying to pimp the thing as much as we can do. But are you, now that you're kind of got hooked up with Jeff, are you guys going to any other cons in the near future? Or
I don't know. They're still
scheduled?
trying to figure out what they're going to do expo-wise. I mean, this is like a new thing to them. They're getting into gaming, so follow them on GoCollect.com.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. They supported me to get me out of here. And Jeff's not. He's not looking for anything in return. He paid for every freaking thing, and he's not looking for anything in return other than to be involved in the sell of this thing and the history of it. And I finally met him. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's awesome.
So.
Well, it's good to see you, my friend.
You two guys.
Awesome.
Terry, we love you.
Terry.
Have you been drinking any beer?
Oh, yeah, of course.
Good.
You just asked Terry Diebold if he's been drinking any beer.
I thought he knew you.
Yeah, well,
But we have some people that might not know Terry's proclivities, and,
I partake in festivities. You guys didn't invent beer and pot. You know what I mean? Come on.
We are in Portland.
Yes.
Right, yeah.
Yes.
This is like
Incredible edible egg. You know what I mean?
Right.
But yeah, I bought the craft brew in Portland here. It's Fremont Stout, and it's pretty damn good, man.
Love Fremont.
Nice.
Sounds good. I'm thirsty now.
So is there any other announcement you'd like to make toward the sale of your Nintendo PlayStation prototype?
Nah.
It's there.
Just going to miss you guys.
It's available.
Yeah.
Hey,
We'll see you again.
Yeah. This isn't goodbye.
Yeah, exactly.
if I get a good enough, I'll probably still make it to some of these cons, but I can't make it to all of them. I got a personal life I got to take care of. You know what I mean? Got to live, people. A lot of these people come to these things, they got money to burn. Me? Nah. Some of these guys know my plight, and a lot of you do too out there, some of my personal friends. So you know where I'm coming from. But, I definitely will hit the drafty cellar and all that good stuff. I definitely got to go to Wisconsin and stuff. Man.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
I got a place to stay, I know.
You
Yeah.
got 3
I think
places
so.
to stay.
Absolutely.
Love to get you out by the drafty cellar.
Yeah, I'll be sleeping on the bar. or on the pool table. I've seen my dad do that.
I already know this.
Well, Terry, always a blast. I'm sure we will have a beer before the day is done.
Oh, definitely.
Together.
Yeah, I brought 3 with me today. So
Right on. We will be having 3 beers together before the day is done.
And as you can see, these are the carts that they actually gave me.
Okay.
The first one they traded, Josh traded 2
I
beers
traded
for.
some New Glarus, Hefeweizen, and a Spotted Cow.
That's right.
Yeah, and the other one he actually paid for.
That's right.
I
What a
did.
guy.
I actually ordered that from Japan.
Yep.
Crazy.
And took about a month or 2 to get.
So one last time, Terry, where can people contact you to get a hold of you about the potential sale of the baby?
TDIEBOLD51 at Verizon.net. I mean, if you got friends out there that got some deep pockets and they want to be
That are
involved in it.
legitimate.
Yeah, don't give me bullshit.
No trolling.
Because
we will
I'm
find you if you're fucking with our boy here.
Yeah, because I'm getting emails too from people who want to just I'll give you 1,000, I'll give you 5,000, I'll give you 15. If you follow my story, you already know I turned down 200,000 before Ben fixed it, and 1.2 million from a guy in Norway. So be
Tells you
serious,
where-
people.
Tells you a little bit where it's at.
I mean, I don't mind answering your emails, but I'm getting so swamped with them, man.
I bet.
It was like I said, it's like finding it all over again. People are up my ass constantly.
Oh my God, he's
Well,
selling.
there
Oh.
we are.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got to get this thing over there to GoCollect booth, for people to play and see.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Because we're only here till 5 today. Actually, this is only being hooked up till 4:30.
Get back to your booth, Terry.
It ain't my booth.
Thanks, everybody. You've been watching here on the Dogcast. Keep it locked on the Dogcast for interviews all weekend long here at PRGE 2019. And make sure you subscribe to hear the Dogcast and podcast services everywhere. I'm Tom, Brad, Josh, Terry. We'll see you next time.
Peace.